Wednesday, 13 July 2022. Today's Skidmark is one that I am a little bit tense about because it can very easily lead to issues. And before I really start talking, I need you to take a good look at this graphic. Now that should explain a lot to you without me needing to word whatever is on that, because this is the topic that I want to talk about. Every social commentator or content provider are forever working or producing or posting under this dark cloud. And it is a pity that it is there, but that is what it is and we can't do anything about it. There are many content providers on my pipe that to them it's a way of living and it is their main source of revenue. And they put a lot of effort and a lot of time in producing their content. But the advent of the pestilence brought this issue of being sent to the basement, and in some circumstances even getting sent out of the house, a reality. We saw it, and it started off on that bum paper and very quickly spread to my pipe and the bluebird, because anybody that was not singing in the choir ran the risk of landing in the basement. I have personally been subjected to that isolation punishment a number of times. And some of the instances was very childish in my opinion. There was one specific instance, shortly after the start of the Ukraine adventure, where a snowflake and part of the woke brigade tackled me on Bluebird. And the post that started the thing is this one. Now, if you read topic of the post, it says it has been a while. Public announcement to the mentally confused and disturbed. This is a woman. Now you'll obviously understand why I do things like this. But in any case, and I know, and I'm also sure you know exactly to what I am referring here. But then one of the snowflakes tackled me. And it was quite a scathing post that were directed at me, and I responded, and it was in Afrikaans, and I'm just going to translate it now roughly. Wow! So now I am bad because I point out what a woman is. And then I did something that I normally do when people start irritating me or hammering me like this. I said, fuck off. Now that's Afrikaans for the rough one, you guys know what it is. Okay, that response landed me in the basement. We have temporarily limited some of your account features. But the thing that was really agitating me a lot about that woke brigade that attacked me was the fact that all of them were displaying the blue and yellow flags in their profiles, and they were out in full force, singing the praises of Zelensky. And that was something that I did not treat softly. So in that process, they bombarded me with that images of the hospital that was bombed, and we all know now that was fake news. And they bombarded me with the images of the theater in Mariupol, and that also turned out to be fake. And they bombarded me with the butcher stuff, and we also know that that was proven fake. So I wasn't in a mood to entertain them, and I used the word zap off mildly and quite a lot. And in the end, I was sent to the basement about that. But that was my experience there. I'm not going to talk about the previous number of accounts of mine that has been shut down and whatever. The fact of the matter is, for any commentator or producer of content that does not sing in the choir. You are always on the edge because you don't know when that basement door is going to be opened and you're going to be flung down the stairs. And to spend there a number of days or a number of months or whatever, or forever being locked down. And that is sad because many content providers have lost their channels because of stuff that they produced and published during the pestilence, and where they were in support of an alternative viewpoint, and they were shut down and their livelihoods were cut off. And today, a year, 2 years later, basically all those things that people were banished to the Gulag for is now proven by scientists and is now published by the choir conductors. So it is a difficult situation for any content provider. And we have seen really prominent accounts being shut down. And I'm going to show you just one or two of them, and you can make up your own mind about it. If you read this one, the first one is of that American, and it was, to me, that was a shock when that happened. That guy had a huge following and his credentials are excellent. He was involved in serious stuff and he knows what he's talking about. But this is the end of his participation on the Bluebird. And most recently, we have this guy. He and his partner is offering a valuable information center for people that want to know both sides of the story. Guys that don't all follow the choir. People that believe in individuality. People that believe in the freedom of choice. Find it hard today to get alternative views. And if you dig deep enough, there are alternative views. And you will be shocked if you follow these two guys and look at their channels and wherever they are. And they are obviously active on multiple platforms. And they give objective commentary on what is happening. And that is important. And here is another one that is absolutely hilarious. This lady was also suspended because of this tweet that she made about right-wing girls. And I mean, come on. This is just a simple statement of fact. Now this incident triggered me to do a brickmark, it was in Afrikaans, about that visit. And I was astounded. After the upload and during the processing, I went to the kitchen to make a cup of coffee and I came back and I saw the upload was rejected and removed. And I cannot understand why. I have subsequently uploaded it to Rumble and it's doing its thing there. But I have a suspicion I missed something and I used the real word for the pestilence. I think that was the problem. Now the following graphic will show in that response where those snowflakes were on my case on the Bluebird. After about the 10th post they sent me, all with fake news in it. I lost my temper and this was my answer. I got this instruction to delete the tweet and then I got this instruction with a time limit on my period in the basement. Now, okay, I think you got the picture now. This little graphic here tells a big story. And think about this. Think about what you're seeing there. Whenever you look at these content providers' productions, they're always asking you to please like and share and subscribe. The reason for that is the algorithms works in such a way that the more likes a post gets, the more it will be shown to potential viewers. So the likes helps the production to be presented to more potential viewers. That is why it is so vitally important that you push that like button. It costs you nothing. But by doing that, you are showing your appreciation for the time, effort and money the producer has spent to bring you that information. So there's really no logical explanation why you don't hit the like button, because it's costing you nothing. And you must understand, content providers earn an income from their content based on the number of views they get, and the more popular the post is and the more it is viewed, the more advertisements is played by the channel on it, and that content provider gets a percentage of the revenue from that. So by hitting the like button, it is just similar to you walking down the street and see a guy sitting there playing his guitar and singing a song, and you throw $1 in the hat. It's exactly the same thing. That is what your like is, $1 in the hat of the producer. So be fair, give the man $1. And then there is the subscribe request. Now the reason why the subscribe request is really vitally important is that before a channel does not have 1,000 subscriptions, more than 1,000 people must be subscribed to that channel. Then the producer can apply for monetization of his channel. So by subscribing, you are providing him energy to get closer to the place where he can receive a few bucks. So, and it's also free. It doesn't cost you anything. But just think about it for a moment. How empty your life would be if it wasn't for content providers that were willing to take the risk and to bring you information that you will not see from the conductors of the choir. Think about it and make this day a special day for everybody that you like to read or view. Give them the likes, give them the subscriptions. Thank you.